Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here. Today I have another gun in my collection that is in need of some love. I did a video the other day on my Ruger Blackhawk and 41 Magnum, and I explained how that is one of many guns in my collection that is just kind of neglected. I don't get it out very often, I don't shoot it very often, and I don't show it off too often. Every once in a while, but not like some of my other guns. And how, I explained how I wanted to change that with some of these neglected guns in my collection. So here I have another such gun in my collection. This is a Smith & Wesson Model 10-8. It's just a 38 special revolver. I got this revolver probably 5 or 6 years ago, and my main reason for getting this revolver was it was going to be one of my main woods guns. I was going to carry this gun in the woods when I go deer hunting or just when I'm walking around the property, and this was going to be one of those guns, or at least in the rotation. But it had a big problem. So obviously you can tell that we're empty here. It had one major problem, and because of that, I have never shot this revolver. And of course, as you can see, it's an older one, it's worn. I'm not even sure when the Model 10-8 was made, from when to when, but they don't make the 10-8 anymore. It's just the Model 10, and I don't even know if they have a dash designation, but they've made many different Model 10 dash designation revolvers. But this one, as you can see, it's got a 4-inch barrel, it's got Packmeyer grips, and it's just your basic 6-shot revolver. It doesn't have it has your basic sights and everything. This one has one major issue with it, which has prevented me from wanting to shoot it, and that is this. So when you're shooting in single action, if you barely touch the trigger, it just wants to pull that trigger back forward. Whoever had this before me, they obviously did their own trigger job or had somebody else do a trigger job for them, and they lightened that trigger way too much. So really, this gun needs a new hammer and trigger. If I'm going to shoot this gun in single action. Now, I could always shoot it in double action. That's not a problem, but if I'm just shooting it at the range, I want to shoot it in single action at least part of the time. So I really, I took it to a gunsmith probably 5 years ago, and I took it to the gun store 5 years ago where they have a gunsmith, and he quoted me around $200 back then. And I was going to get it worked on and have it fixed, but I just never got around to it. I always found something new that caught my eye, and so that $200 always went to another gun, and that's just how it was. And so and now it's 5+ years later, and I really want to get this gun fixed so that I can actually take it out and shoot it. So my plan is to take this Model 10-8 to the gun store tomorrow night after work, and give it to the gunsmith and see if he can get a new hammer and trigger and anything else that needs to be replaced on it. I'm not sure, and get it back together and hopefully get it working right again. And hopefully nothing too serious is damaged. I think it's just that they ground down the hammer and the trigger, where it interfaces each other, and that's why it the trigger is so light compared to the return spring or the rebounding spring for the hammer, and so that's why it does that. So anyway, we're going to take it to the gunsmith. And I'm just going to pay whatever it is that he charges. Yeah, I probably could do something like this myself, but I think a little bit of fitting is involved, and I really don't want to be the one to try and fit a new hammer and trigger together in this revolver that's already got problems with the hammer and trigger. So I really want a professional to do it and do it right. So hopefully, and I have no idea how long it's going to take, but that doesn't really matter as long as one of these days I can actually take this gun out and shoot it and have fun with it, carry it in the woods like I initially intended. I'll be happy with that. So anyway, I'm going to take this gun to the gun store tomorrow night, and we'll just see how long it takes and how much it actually costs me to get this gun fixed. But hopefully one of these days I'll be showing this gun off in a shooting video or more, and we'll show it off more and give it a little more love like it really deserves. Hey, before I go, I just thought I'd remind everybody that I do have a second channel called Redneck Off the Range. Over there, I post most of my non-gun related content, so whether it's a video on my new tractor, my power tools, my projects that I'm working on, maybe wild game recipes, or just a random vlog, I post all of this kind of content over on my secondary channel. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go check it out, Redneck Off the Range. But that's all for this video, so subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.